We are making Malteser brownies. Maltesers and brownies, what is not to love? So let's get baking. First bit is starting off with our butter and our chocolate. We're going to melt them together. So pop our butter in a pan along with all of our dark chocolate. And we're going to melt this together on a low heat just until it is all melted. We're not trying to cook it at all. And we end up with this luxurious, rich chocolate mixture. So I'm going to pop this on the side to cool down a little bit. And then we are going to move on to more of the batter side of it. So I'm going to whisk together my eggs and both of my sugars. Now, a lot of people just use caster sugar, and caster sugar is going to give you a really, really crinkly top. I like to add some brown sugar in mine, just because it gives it more of like a caramelized texture. But it does mean that you won't get as crinkly, shiny top, but you still will get one, I promise. So we're going to mix these together until it has doubled in volume. Lots of air bubbles in it, increased in volume. This is going to help with our crinkly top as well. I'm going to add a touch of vanilla in. And then we're going to pour our chocolatey mixture in as well. Let's just pour this in gently. And then again, we're just going to whisk it together literally until it comes together. So now we're going to add in our dry ingredients. So I've got plain flour here and also cocoa powder, obviously. And I'm just going to whisk this together by hand because I don't want to put loads and loads of air into it. And that is our brownie batter. So now it is Malteser time. I've got these Maltesers here, which I have crushed up using a bag and rolling pin. Just going to pour all of those in and fold them through, and I'm going to top it with Maltesers too once it's finished baking. I'm going to fold this through with my spatula. My dad absolutely loves Maltesers, it's his favourite, and I always get him Maltesers for his birthday and Christmas, but he doesn't like brownies so much. He prefers cakes, to be honest, rather than brownies, but he does love Maltesers, so you never know, I might convince him with these. Okay, so once they've all folded through, we can move on to our tin. So I've got an 8 by 10 inch tin here, which I have greased and lined, and I'm simply going to pour all of our brownie mixture in. It's already worked its way to the edge, but I'm just going to give it a bit of a helping hand. And then it's time to bake it. So we're going to bake it at 160 degrees Celsius. That's for a fan assisted oven. We're going to bake it for around 25 minutes. Sometimes it takes a little bit less, like 22 to 25 minutes. The key with brownies is you want to underbake them. I know. Underbake, yes. So we're obviously not looking for them to be raw, but we want them to be a little bit gooey still. So when you put a cocktail stick or knife in, you want a little bit of goo left, and that's when you know that they're ready to take out. So whilst it is still warm, I'm going to top it with the rest of my Maltesers. So I've got some Maltesers here that I've just chopped up into roughly halves, and I'm just going to press them in randomly all around, and whilst it's still hot they'll kind of melt into it a little bit as well. And as you can see as I'm pressing them in, it's got a really nice crinkly top as well, which I promised you it would have. Now the real question is, once we can actually eat them, are you a corner person or a centre person? I feel like I'm a centre person, but I do like the edge. I'm a any brownie person. Give me any brownie and I will be happy. If you've seen my brownie videos before, you know that there's some bad news coming, and that is we have to let these cool down and set. And setting them in the fridge is the best way to do it because it's going to really transform the texture into a super fudgy brownie. The problem is it takes hours and hours and hours. I usually leave mine overnight. If you are impatient like me, I don't know why I've got patience with brownies. I think it's because I know the result is so good at the end. But if you are impatient, you can obviously eat them once they've cooled down a little bit. I am going to put mine in the fridge overnight, so I will see you tomorrow when we can cut them up and taste test them. Brownies are set. I could literally eat this, like a giant brownie for someone. That'd be pretty cool, right? Let's cut into these. Ready? Ta-da! Look how fudgy they are. Oh, I can't wait to try these. Okay, I'm going to cut the rest up and then we can try one. Part of me is like, is it better to have a bigger slice or is it better to have more slices? That is the question. We can finally try one. Taste test time. I've been waiting to try these brownies for like 24 hours and it is so worth it. They are delicious and so fudgy. Absolutely delicious. Let me know in the comments if you try these. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next week for another one. Bye!